Hello folks, I am the Ghost with Knife and welcome to the Castlevania Anniversary Collection. So what's going on with this this collection of games is basically I got this for a pretty sick deal for I believe Black Friday or whatever holiday special PlayStation's got going on right now. And I figured it'd be fun to try to play a few of these games for the channel, just because I haven't played the majority of the Castlevania series. So, what exactly we're getting into in this video is going to be the original Castlevania game. I do plan on playing a few of these games out of this collection for the channel. I'm not going to do all of them because I've heard some of them are pretty bad, but I've heard a few of them are pretty decent, and also I just kind of want to have some fun with the collection. I will be playing all of these games eventually in my own time, but for now I figured why not do one of the biggest Castlevania games to ever exist, the OG Castlevania. Now before we go any further, I have played this game a grand total of 1 time. I'm not good at this game. I am using a walkthrough for this game, and I'm also using quick saves. My goal is to try to beat the last boss without quick saving through it. Because admittedly, the only time I played through this game, I used save states, and I found this game so incredibly challenging that I could not beat the last boss without save states. So just to clarify exactly what I mean by this here, when I first beat Dracula, I had to save state literally every single time I damaged his health because I couldn't get the spacing down right that you're supposed to for the typical strategy for beating Dracula. So the goal this time is to use 1 save state on Dracula's boss fight, but we'll get there when we get there. In my opinion, without it, I don't think I could have beaten this game, so yeah. Anyways, back to the video. And that's why I've got this handy-dandy guide here to try to do a little bit better at this game this time around. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so we're gonna do this stage by stage, so I don't like lose my mind playing this game, because the last time I played this, the last few stages we did were very frustrating for me to deal with. So I'm gonna try to come into this with a new perspective, with a little bit of more advice this time around, because the last time I played this game, these last 2 bosses really got under my skin. So hopefully we can avoid that now. Oh my gosh. I got the stopwatch. I don't need the stopwatch. I just like to pick it up because I feel like it's a pretty useful item in most level situations. I've seen some people just don't even use this item and they stick to the holy water, which is a pretty good item, but speak of the devil. I don't need to do this. I think I need to go down, if I remember correctly, to avoid the one up top. One thing that I've learned about Castlevania is the best way to play it is to play it safe and not take free damage because you're an idiot. Again, I'm still very much learning how Castlevania works as a game, which is a bit frustrating, but in my personal experience, this game is, the early stages aren't that bad. It's the last few stages that this game really cranks it out and makes me angry. Now I am gonna pick up the healing item that is down here, because on my first playthrough I had somebody playing with me, and I very much need that healing item because I was not doing too hot on my first playthrough of this game, which is understandable. I mean, it is an older NES game, so it is a pretty unforgiving title from what I've seen. A lot of people relate to this game being pretty ruthless from what I've seen. And in my personal opinion, this game is, the first 3 stages is not that bad. But those last 3 stages, oh my god, this game cranks it up to 11, and things go real bad real quick. So, I don't think these guys can go up the stairs. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. So the reason I'm hitting all these enemies is because I want a crap load of, oh, I didn't want that. I wanted the holy water. Shit. Well, I forgot that was there, but it's fine, because the holy water is pretty good for this. I'm just gonna keep bombing him with axes. Because that's all you really gotta do is just throw axes. I don't know why I keep going up the stairs. Jeez, can we not save it? This boss is pretty easy. You just keep throwing axes at him. Eventually, you'll do fine. So, yeah, that's stage 1 cleared. Before we go into stage 2, I'm going to take a slight pause. I know there hasn't been a lot of time for this segment because this is like the easiest level in the game, as it should be. And, yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, so we're going to be doing this in sections, basically, based off of stages. Because the episodes I have lined up for you guys... Alright. The episode should be 2 stages per level. I want the bad axe, damn it. I mean, honestly, I want the holy water, but I'm not going to complain too much. I like the holy water or the stopwatch, because the stopwatch, in my opinion, is very good. Okay. It's gonna ignore the knight down here. We're gonna be doing this in 2 stages at a time. Because, well, I should say 2 levels at a time. Because, there are 6 stages in this game, and I might be able to push out 3 of these if I need to. For the sake of the series. I know the later levels is where things are gonna get really rough. I want to get practice against these Medusa heads, because I always... My first playthrough, I found these to be incredibly rough. Well, there goes everything that I wanted. Alright, who needs the cross, right? When you have, the knife, which is, you know, a fantastic weapon that nobody hates. So if you've never played Castlevania... It's a very fun, old NES platform, or at least for the first few levels. Now, I know there's a skip I can do over here, but, Haha! I did it! I did the skip! Shut up. Well, I got what I wanted, so now I guess I could do the skip? Good lord! This is why I'm nervous about the last boss, because my timing is pretty bad. This is why I'm very nervous about the last boss. But yeah, there's a skip you can do in the first Gorgon head area, where basically you let one of the Gorgon heads... Okay, that's actually what I want, the stopwatch, yeah. I know I don't need it, but it is my... I don't want to talk about it. Like I said, I'm not the best at Castlevania. I've only played the game once, so... Oh my god. Well, I got what I wanted, and then I immediately threw it away, because I'm a dumb idiot. Don't mind me. Can I get... There we go. That's the whip that we need. I've only played this game once, so I'm still very much learning how to Castlevania in a nutshell. So the skip is you let the Gorgon hit you when you're jumping directly up. Oh. There. I don't know, that's just positioned in a really weird way or what, but... Yeah, I'm not doing so hot here in our Castlevania adventure. Stop there is what I want. Yeah. I prefer the stopwatch for this boss. I know that the holy water is, from what I've seen, is like the best weapon in the game, but I like the stopwatch for this fight. So we're gonna take this a little bit slower, because as you can see, the platforming in this game is very treacherous. I should have just walked on it to stay safe. That's rule number 1 of what you should do when you're playing Castlevania. Play it safe. Do not be afraid to just not really... Like, don't be afraid to take your time, I should say. There it is! Oh, shit! Okay, I shouldn't need it. I should save. I don't need to, because I can just do that. Well, that's not what I wanted. Because I really, really don't like this next part. Ugh. I like having the pause there so I can use it just in case I need it for the boss. But we have the holy water, so I guess we're using that on Medusa. But yeah, there's this fun thing you can do. By the way, the next boss is Medusa. Sorry if there's spoiler. That's spoilers for you guys. Did I just lose the weapon upgrade? I'm just not doing that well. I'm not doing the guide person justice. Yeah, I very much should watch a guide for this playthrough, because I personally find Castlevania 1 to be incredibly hard. But yeah, you're supposed to be able to get that weapon upgrade, and then it lets you just do more damage. I'm doing this for the hearts, because I might need them for this boss. I believe for this area, all I gotta do is just walk forward. So that's what we're gonna... Why didn't I just walk forward? I'm sorry, I'm being completely counterintuitive to what I just said I was gonna do, because I'm nervous. So, the reason people like the holy water is because you can stun lock enemies with it. Kind of like this. But yeah, you can stun lock enemies with holy water, and that's why everyone thinks it's OP. It's really good against bosses, but I do believe this is the last boss that the stopwatch works. What I like to do is I like to use the stopwatch and just have her in a corner and just keep wailing away on her. I do think that's a much more fun alternative. Anyways, that's going to be the first episode of Castlevania, of me failing to understand this game still. So, next time, we'll be doing... you know what? I'm going to see how much time we've got here, actually. You know what? This was pretty short already, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do the first half of this game here. Oh, dude, cool, I do have the holy water. So this should be a heart. Deal with him. So yeah, one thing I haven't really been talking about is the hearts in this game and what you're seeing on the screen. So hearts in this game are actually ammunition. And as you saw when I picked up the food, that's actually healing this time around. Which is a bit weird if you ask me. Shit. Okay, take care of him. As I'm just trying to basically maneuver my way through this game. Like I said before, I still do not know what I'm doing with this, so... Okay, that should deal with him. Okay, that deals with that. No! Okay, I gotta be careful. The best thing you can do if you're like me and you're learning this game is when you see the ravens here, take your time and let them attack you on the stairs, because on the stairs you cannot get knocked off. This is something that I wish I knew my first time around. God, that does a lot of damage. I'm trying to conserve my health, because I don't really know how much further I've got to go. I should save. Matter of fact, for this part I will save. And yes, there are save states in the Anniversary Collection, which I'm not going to complain about. I know some people are going to be like, you shouldn't use those, but like... I'm not the best at this game. I can't do it in one run. As you guys can very clearly see. What you need to do for these statues, or these Gorgon heads, is just keep walking. Because the more defensive you play, the worse it gets. Like, as you just saw, as I just got completely clobbered because I'm playing way too passively. One thing that I've noticed in this game, I'm gonna not get the stopwatch, is, oh boy. So that cross, what it does... Okay, I'm gonna go back and get my save back up, just because I'm not doing so hot here. I'm doing pretty poorly, because I'm still really, really timid against those Gorgons. I just need to walk ahead like this, and not let them bother me. Okay, well, the skeleton didn't affect me at all this time around, which is pretty nice. I'm actually saved past that, because I'm pretty happy with that. So, yeah, the Gorgon heads, what they like to do is they like to come at you in this kind of like wavy motion. Best thing you can do is just keep walking. I'm so glad I didn't pick that up on accident. But I will say, like, I've learned a lot of things since my first playthrough of this game. For example, I didn't realize... Okay, we're not gonna tolerate that. That was ridiculous. One of the things that I've discovered since my first playthrough of this game is you can actually destroy these little turret things. I didn't know that my first time around, so I kept trying to jump over them for this section, which is absolutely nightmarish. And since we have the ultimate whip upgrade, which by the way, if you pick up those whips that we saw earlier, they increase your damage. No, actually, no, I think they just increase your range, which is makes it very, very easy to clear out some of these enemies. You'll see if we do die, and if we don't get a whip upgrade immediately, that our whip is actually pretty short range normally. So, I'm gonna save here too. I know, like, people are gonna be like, oh, your save's coming. Yeah, I'm nervous about this point, because after the first 2 levels, things get really rough. Should be 2, and then we just sweep away. So yeah, I didn't know you could break those stone pillars. So imagine my hell as I tried to go through this, not realizing you can actually damage these things. Uh-oh. I kind of messed this up. Okay, but I recover. It's pretty cool. So then there should be another one right here, yeah. I remember this level pretty well, because this is the level I started struggling, which is why I'm trying to take it so, so cautiously. Oh boy. This is bad. This is really bad. Okay. Dude. What I need to do is I need to jump down. Let them activate. Come on. There we go. So this is the Mummy Men fight, and as you can see, they're pretty rough. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna carpet bomb them with holy water, because I'm a coward like that. Normally what you can do is if you don't have holy water, you can just grab this because I want the health, even though I don't need it. You can basically bait them into running into that corner back there and just jump down and start whipping away at them. But yeah, holy water sunlocks most bosses and enemies, so it's regarded as the best weapon in this game, which is why I'm trying very hardly to hold on to it. Anyways, that's going to cover it for our first episode of Castlevania. Our next episode is going to be picking up a lot more, because all of the bosses from this point onwards are incredibly hard. So, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time in the nightmare known as Castlevania's back half.